A 7-week-old infant boy was found dead in his car seat. His parents say he died of natural causes, but the coroner's report stated the infant's official cause of death was strangulation sustained unattended in a car seat for hours. He also had suffered from a broken arm, a broken collarbone, bruises to the face, neck, arms, and brain. Reports stated that this infant endured a tremendous amount of brutal, inhumane, and fatal injuries. 4 people were charged in his murder: his mother, his father, and his grandparents. I have all 4 of them here today, and I want to find out what really happened to this baby. Michelle, you were that young man's mother?
Yes, I was.
Why did you call the show?
Nobody killed the baby. The baby died natural causes in his crib. And I just want to clear my name. The baby died. I remember when I found him in his crib, he was blue, looking like this in his crib. And I ran him into my dad. I said, Dad, 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 the baby is dead. He calls 911, and a few minutes later, I ran back to my husband. I said, the baby is dead. Larry is my husband. And
Your son was found with broken bones, bruises, and cuts, right?
yes,
How old was your son when he passed away?
7 weeks.
7 weeks. How does a 7-week-old baby suffer broken bones, bruises, and cuts?
I know nobody's going to believe it, but we sat and watched the cops take this bundle, go like this to him over his shoulder, a bundle of my baby over the shoulder, throwing him like a damn football into the ambulance. That's where I believe he got the broken bones and the bruises.
So you're saying the police came, responded to a baby that wasn't breathing, that
Because
was dead,
he didn't
and
have no marks when they first came.
The police picked up the baby and was swinging it around and causing injuries to this baby.
Yeah, 3 of us seen it.
Coroner's report read, marks and wounds consisting of contusions of the head, neck, and lower extremity, abrasions of the head, neck, and trunk, lacerations of the head, and other new injuries and fractures in various stages of healing. So that means a lot of these injuries already happened before the police got there.
Why did they cover up a broken bone that was 3 weeks old from the hospital?
I don't
His
know.
arm.
You tell me. Well, why did they do that?
When we mentioned to
How
them
did
that
your child suffer a broken bone when it's 7 weeks old?
because he was in the hospital for 3 weeks, and they said that
So who did that? The doctors?
yeah.
So the policemen and
found out by
doctors.
the coroner's
So the policemen and
report.
doctors are just going around in your town beating up babies.
Yes, they did. We even asked for lie detector tests, and they wouldn't even give us one.
I'm going to ask you to leave the stage, and I'm going to talk to your ex-husband.
I'll admit I drank and stuff like that. I got angry about stuff, but I never hit her. I never hit my children.
What were you charged with?
The same as Michelle: murder, felonious assault, child endangering.
And how long did you serve?
5 years.
5 years. And again, why did you plead guilty?
Because our attorneys had pushed us to the fact, well, if you don't accept the plea, which it was offered as a 4-way, all 4 of us took it or none of us took it. Michelle and I were both looking at life, if not life, death.
They must have had some evidence against you if they were going to pursue life in prison against you, the death penalty.
Go figure. The prosecutors can lie, cheat, steal, and do whatever the hell they want to get a conviction. I've seen it happen.
But what would be the point of convicting you and your wife? You lost your son.
They don't care. It's all about money to them.
What money did they get?
Oh, $48,000 a year per inmate for them to sit in prison? That's what they give a damn about. It's all state. We never touched our kids, Steve.
You saw the photos of your son, right?
Yeah.
Well, how do you explain those bruises and
Probably
marks?
all doctored photos, too, which is something else these corrupt bastards
The
are known-
coroner doctored those photos.
Well, go figure, Steve.
Get off my stage. Let's bring out the grandmother, Mary. You weren't even there the day of the crime. They charged you because they felt you were protecting somebody, right?
I really didn't know.
So you don't believe anybody abused this child?
No, there was no marks on him when I saw him.
Okay. We'll bring you back out to get to the results of your lie detector test, okay? You're excused. Let's bring out Richard, the grandfather. What were you charged with?
I was charged with child endangering and I believe obstruction of justice.
And did you plead also?
Yes, I did.
And what did you receive?
I received 3 years. I actually did 14 months.
In jail?
Yes.
And before the show, you took a lie detector test?
Yes, I did.
Why don't we bring everybody out and get to the results of these lie detector tests? Mary, you were given a lie detector test before the show.
Yes.
You were asked, did you ever physically abuse your grandson?
Yes.
You answered no. Did you cause the death of your grandson? You answered no. The results of those questions on your lie detector test is that you told the truth. You were also asked, did you ever see anyone else physically harm your grandson? You answered no. You were asked, did you intentionally lie to the police during the investigation of the child's death? You answered no. And the results of those two questions you were asked is that you did not tell the truth.
I'm sorry.
Michelle, you served 6 years in prison.
Yes, I did.
Anything you want to say before we read your results?
No, let's get it on.
Get it on, huh?
I want to hear the lie detector test.
Okay. Results for Michelle. Did you ever see anyone else physically harm your son? You answered no. Did you ever physically abuse your son? You answered no. Did you cause the death of your son? You answered no. And the results for your lie detector test is that you have told the truth.
Told you guys I didn't kill my baby. I told you.
Richard, Dad, you were asked, did you ever see anyone else physically harm your grandson? You answered no. Did you cause the death of your grandson? You answered no. And regarding those two questions, you told the truth.
Sorry, Daddy, got you smelly here.
He was asked a third question. Did you ever physically abuse your grandson? You answered no. And the results for that question is that you did not tell the truth.
I don't believe it. But didn't do nothing to my kid.
Somebody did.
I don't know who it was. I don't believe this man did anything.
He was given a lie detector test and he was asked, did you ever see anyone else physically harm your son? He answered no. He was asked, did you ever physically abuse your son? He answered no. He was asked, did you cause the death of your son? And he answered no. And the results of his lie detector test is that he did not tell the truth.
I did tell the truth.
I don't believe that he did it.
He failed the
I
test
didn't do it, honey.
3 times.
That was my baby.
I didn't.
You didn't do it, but you could have passed the damn test 3 times. And you spent 5 years in jail. At least there was some measure of justice for your son. The show is over. You wanted to come and you wanted answers. You got your answers. I'm sorry for your loss of your son. I truly am.
Thank you.
But I hope you make the right decisions moving forward, that you don't go back with this guy, because he's a liar.
Thank you, Steve.
And moving forward, you hold people accountable. You protect your children. You do whatever it takes. No matter what anybody says to you, what anybody tells you to do, you protect your children.
Thank you, Steve.
I was raped.
My name is Steve Wilkos, and I'm an investigative talk show host with a law enforcement background.
It was my life or his.
My job is to get truth and justice for everyday people. Watch our videos now.